Harry!
Seinfuck.
There's a classic joke where Steve Harvey's interviewing two contestants, and he says, "What's a game you wouldn't want your wife to walk in on you playing?" And one of them says, "Meat and Fuck Kingdom, Steve."
It's just really like fucking big dick swinging. Yeah, meat and fuck kingdom.
He's like, "Meat and huh?" It's the number one answer on the board. I love that comic so much. Shouts out to Gamer Comics, I think.
Yeah, it's not a real. It's not a real Steve Harvey thing or Family Feud thing, but it is very funny.
That is so awesome. But there's a whole slew. There's like Meat and Fuck Detective, Meat and Fuck Teacher. He made like an Avatar The Last Airbender parody that's like infamous because he calls it cock bending, you know?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. I didn't know about that one.
Apparently there's like a whole genre on Pornhub of people let's plays, but it's a meat and fuck.
Do they have speed running?
Honestly, that should be our niche. One of us should.
Oh yes.
That's how we get more listeners of the podcast. One of us has
That's
to
how we
become
get the Patreon going.
Sasha, you're gonna be the meat and fuck speedrunner now.
He is Sasha Husband. He has the fastest time in Meat and Fuck 3.
Oh dear. It's so wow, that's incredible.
You could just hear him going like, more with the thigh, more with the thigh. That's done. That's done. I'm in.
Which is like moans in the background.
Just like,
I don't know if you guys have ever played a Meat and Fuck game, so I'll explain the experience.
no,
to
I've
you.
never played a meat and fuck game.
I think I'll be honest, like I think I was like 13 and I like went to the main menu and it played the music and I think I got like too embarrassed to continue. And ever since then, I've had like a Pavlovian response to the music where I just get like little frightened.
It's a classic. But anyway, a Meat and Fuck game is essentially consists of three components. There's the interrogatory dialogue, which has no consequences, where you can fuck up a dialogue and it'll send you back to the first dialogue box. If you repeat this a few times, you will eventually figure out what you're supposed to say, just like talking with real women. And then you move on to the heavy petting stage of the date, where you must start at least on the shoulders, and from the shoulders you work your way up to the arm. Right? You click on the arm, and it's a sensual hand to feel in. And she says, "Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really turning me on. You feeling up my tricep like that." And
like all the women say,
just like real women, absolutely.
just like very real women.
Fellas, if she doesn't get hot when you start rubbing her shoulder in like a very frequent and perhaps unsettling way, she's not the one.
Like 3-finger, like poking touch, then yeah.
Poking touch. Yeah, like you're petting some sort of dangerous animal.
Yeah, like you're at the zoo and the trainer's just like, okay, now you got to be very gentle. Just use a couple fingers. Very nice.
Very nice. And then you move down to the leg, and then her calf, because that's also an option if I recall correctly, which is separate from the inner thigh. And once you've figured out the correct combination of body parts to rub in sequence, you move on to the fucking, which is the fuck portion of the Meat and game series. So here, you slam a button repeatedly in order to fuck faster, to come more.
No,
just like real life.
I can't. I hate this so much.
Slap more to fuck more? What?
The only difference is the button's up your ass in real life.
Why are you putting buttons up your ass?
You're so stupid.
I know.
I know. It's a prostate simulator.
I am very stupid.
You're a dumb bitch. You did that on purpose.
He's like, I've never done that before.
Oh, me? Pegged by a woman?
No, you don't understand. I am a straight man. I wouldn't enjoy something like pegging.
Well, Robert, you should try it, I hear.
I hear about it.
I hear
my friends all
the
tell me. Not that I hang out with people like that.
If you don't love the bitch enough to give her a strap on and say go to town, you don't love her. Just say it.
I don't love her.
He's never felt it. Not once in his life.
No, not on my prostate. No, very much
No.
not.
Yeah, they say the male G spot is in the prostate.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Maybe
Oh,
one
well.
day.
This screenshot. So I like looked up the
screenshot the Gwitty.
what?
You said screenshot.
You said screamshot.
Queen. Yeah. I'm reverting to a younger self that was
That was playing the meet and fuck games. Yeah.
yeah, the ones that I'm like in a fugue state over.
Oh yeah, the fugue state, of course.
Yes, as we always go back to the fugue state.
Yeah, if I don't have a memory of childhood, fugue state.
I'm in a fugue state right now. What were you saying about a screenshot?
Oh God. Oh no, I was like looking. I looked it up to my chagrin, and yeah, it feels like all the screenshots for this game are just absolutely crazy. Like just nuts. Like there's one of them. It's sort of like for me, fucking just goes, wow. Now I know why village people call our sensei the third-legged. And it's just a woman with massive tits, just like
Hell
being
yeah.
straddled by a Japanese man with a bow, who has got the biggest cock I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and this is all drawn. This is all cartoon.
Yeah. There is not a real Japanese man with a 4-foot penis.
Anyway,
Okay.
I wanted to get on with this, right? So, producer Sasha, as some of you listeners, you fair listeners are aware, put out a forum that would let you ask any number of ridiculous or very funny, I'm sure, questions to the podcast. And we have one of our first reads here. We said we would read anything.
Oh, we're going right into it. Okay.
Oh, you have one of them.
We said we would read anything, and we stand by that commitment to read whatever you send us, except in one or two cases that is not a viewer submission, but people we know, and we can't let them do that to our careers.
Or personal threats to our lives. Let's put that there.
Yes, Mr. Delilah is very litigious, so any more personal threats to his livelihood or person will be met with severe legal action.
I'm not saying like, oh, I hate you guys, I want to kill you. I'm talking about I hate you guys, I want to kill you.
You want to kill the fans?
No. I'm talking
Holy
messages
shit.
sent to us where it says, I want to kill you. Here's your address. I don't think we'll be reading that one.
Have you been doxxed recently?
I mean, when I was like 14, yeah, I definitely did get my IP address sent to me once.
You know, that shit is so funny because they have so many creative ways to do that now, where they send you like the broccoli guy in the bathtub with your IP address on it in the Windows Movie Maker format, you know? It's like the Kerncraft 400 sports mix chant where they go, oh.
I definitely have seen one that was like a 240p video of like
yes, they're all 240 or 144p.
Yeah, it's like a 240p video of just like a freaking Windows PowerPoint or Microsoft PowerPoint.
It's Windows Movie Maker.
Well, like, yeah, it is Windows Movie Maker, but like the screen turns around. And
yeah, exactly. Like... It does the flip. It does all the effects. It goes, oh.
Yeah. Don't dox us.
My favorite one was the Arby's guy voice that they've been doing with the AI.
Oh, yeah. That they got into an AI to basically just say whatever.
152.27.1678.278.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, that's the Burger King guy, not the Whopper guy.
But no, I mean the Arby's guy, and then there's the Burger King guy, and they're basically the same guy.
Anyway, we have a submission from one of our fans, Bort. Bort sends in, hey guys, my roommate sings a lot, and I often think about pounding in his skull with a rusty shovel. Any advice?
Let him sing. He's got your roommate clearly has the voice of America.
How? I feel like we shouldn't like jump on that. Or like, how do we know that?
I want to assume that I'm going to assume in this scenario, our listener is the villain of the story.
Wow, that is such a slight.
I mean, he does listen to our podcast, so it might be a safe assumption.
What has Bort done to you?
I don't know.
What would you like him to do to you?
I mean, I feel like it's a very real thing to sort of like view certain things from the viewpoint of the teller and not think about the other story.
Well, that's exactly what I'll do. It's called a recency bias.
It's a perspective bias, I think.
Oh, here you can perspective this cock in your ass. How about that? Anyway.
Robert, you need to get pegged.
This has been a very like my ass focused podcast. So
they're all focused on your ass. Go back and listen to them. God. You think this was the first time he sat in his closet to record one of these?
I'm not in my closet.
I'm so glad. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. God damn, I walked in on that one.
Okay.
Fuck, I should have seen that coming a mile away.
Here's my advice to you, Bort. Violence is never the answer, except for most of the time. In this specific scenario, what I would do is if you sing, I'm assuming you don't because you find others singing to be unpleasant, but if you sing, and perhaps if you sing better than him, I would sing louder while he's singing, and I would sing garbage, you know, like that Adele woman. Don't like her too much. Lady Gaga. I don't like no Lady Gaga neither. Christina Aguilera. No good. You know, Nelly Furtado's got the voice. I'll tell you what. You sing Like a Bird by Nelly Furtado when that jackass pipes up again. You go, I'm like a bird, I don't leave thy way. You know, as loud as you can. I fuck with that song a lot. That and Sober by Tool are the song I fuck with the most, I think. Like by changing the lyrics.
Those are very disparate choices. That is so
like a bird, I shouldn't fly away. I don't know where my keys are, you know.
Isn't it? I don't know where my soul is.
Yeah, but if it's like Sober, I'm like, you know, like you're cooking or something. You're like, Malcolm's standing just behind me, watching me make teeny sauce. He wants a bite to go with dinner. I will tell him to get
yeah. I don't know, maybe sing some Incubus.
Further down my asshole.
Wait, did they have the
Further down my asshole?
What is an Incubus song?
That's Aqueous Transmission. Isn't that an Incubus song?
I have no idea.
Well, you don't listen to Incubus. You just asked me to sing an Incubus song.
You just like you mentioned.
I know one. Listen, I've been watching Beef this weekend.
He knows one Incubus song.
Yeah, Drive. It's like, you know, it's like,
oh yeah, fair enough.
Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. With open arms, open eyes.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna go there.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great one.
It's a great song.
Or you can like start out slow and like try to poison him or something. I don't know. What's your call?
Just a disclaimer.
Like I said, he's clearly the villain of this story. Bort is the villain.
He wants to kill somebody. Of course he's the villain. What are you talking about? This is no righteous crusade he's on. He just wants to shut his roommate up.
I will practical advice for the would-be murderer. If you kill someone, it's probably best that they're not your roommate because you're more likely to, you know, have the finger pointed at you and get caught.
Yeah, Robert's done this before.
I've killed my roommate?
No.
Yeah, he has a suspicious number of roommates.
No, he can't kill his roommates because that's the people he fucks with.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that roommate did disappear off the face of the earth. I will say that.
He saw your giant penis and was like, I can't compete.
I can't compete. I'm going to...
It is kind of funny that he's still paying rent, but he does not live here anymore.
He's still paying you rent?
Oh yeah, he still's covering me rent. He moved back to his parents' place to help them with some medical stuff, and he still pays rent.
Well, first of all, champion. That's a real man right there.
No, he's a great guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Other guy?
I hear he slings dick as well. I hear he does.
He's slang a lot of dick.
Absolutely.
It was a little awkward. Like, I'm not saying like I've gotten laid quite often in the past, but at the same time, I didn't.
Here we go.
I didn't like just very casually bring them back to like my parents' place or
Why
like.
not?
my sister's place because it's awkward.
What's awkward about it?
I don't like my
Mom,
family.
Dad, this is the girl I'm dicking down.
Yeah, hey mom and dad, I just met her at the bar. It's okay. I'm gonna be
We're
I'm
gonna be in my room.
You're gonna be in my room, and then your dad's gonna like high five you all as you walk to your
Awesome.
If you hear any sounds, you didn't.
Yeah, your dad will be like on the other side of the wall, just holding the wall, being my son.
Hell yeah, brother!
Brother, I've never been happier.
Take her down.
Yeah, that's something your dad would do for sure.
No, I mean, I do have a memory of like one of the first times I ever did bring a girl home, because I brought her home to my parents' place because I thought my parents wouldn't be there, but my mom was there. And so we go back to my room. We say, oh, we're going to just watch a movie in my room and hang out. And then like we're fucking Avi's fucking trying to. We have Smallville on in the background.
Oh my god! You were fucking with Smallville on?
He fucks to Smallville.
Because it was the
For
only
the irony.
that was
the
before
irony.
Netflix. What was it before Netflix? Obviously
So what?
existed.
You stopped on the CW, and we're like, that's the one.
No, because we had a DVD box set of Smallville.
What the fuck?
No, you can't say you went. You put on the DVD box set of Smallville.
And and you know, every single, and at one point the episode ended and it went into this DVD screen menu, and it only plays like the beginning like bit of the intro song. So it's just going, somebody save me, as you just hear like quiet slapping in the background. And over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, was she mousing around on the extras feature?
I don't think we really touched it after the first episode.
Yeah, no one else has either. Why do you own the box set?
Because my family is weird.
Who in your family bought the fucking Smallville box set? Put them on blast. Point them out.
Yeah, you have to sell them out.
My sister bought it. God damn
Oh,
it!
there we go.
Yeah.
Well.
I love you, Jessica, and we won't bleep your name this time because you specifically requested that we say your name.
Jessica.
Jessica always. Listen, Robert's always throwing his sister under the bus, even though we all know he bought the box set.
He
And what did
I
I
purchased
say?
did
it.
not
Smallville
buy that fucking
She probably
box
bought
set.
it for him after his repeated instance. She said, "Oh please, I love Smallville so much. I can never catch it on CW because of my, mom and dad, they're always watching SNL around that time."
Stop outing my family with the media they consume.
Hey, maybe if they didn't watch it, I wouldn't have to say nothing about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You were watching? Yeah. I just assumed it was on cable where it's like you started with like, I don't know, Dawson's Creek, and then you ended with Smallville.
Dawson's is the gateway.
No. In that era, I had like a tiny fucking TV in my room, just not even like smaller than my computer screens now. It was a bleak time.
No, it was cozy.
The problem is so I obviously live in Vancouver, and they shot Smallville here, and there's like a town outside of Vancouver called Cloverdale, and it still has a sign that like when you go into the town that says home of Smallville.
Yeah, that's sad.
Ugh. Still?
Yeah, still.
Desperate.
Not the few hundred scenes of Supernatural they filmed there, no, just that.
No, not Supernatural, not Riverdale, not like, Psych or the list
Flash.
of the Flash. Basically, listen, here's the thing. Since Smallville, almost every CW show, except for like 3 of them, have all shot in Vancouver. Like you can just name a CW show, it most likely shot in Vancouver at some point.
Anyway.
But I was going to say, so there's that sign, and then there's another town in Vancouver, or like outside of Vancouver, called Hope, and their sign when you go into town is, this is where Rambo was filmed. The first Rambo. They're like, home of Rambo.
I mean, okay, that's kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah, that's okay. But we got to get back to the point. So you were fucking to Smallville.
I was fucking a girl to Smallville, and as we're fucking, I just hear my mom walk down the hallway because my room at the time was in like the far end of the house, and I obviously I kind of stopped.
Was it? Sorry, I have a question.
What?
Because you're a twin. Did you and your twin share a room, or did you both have different
we
rooms?
did when we still lived in San Diego, but when we moved to Arizona, there's a lot more kind of space in Arizona in general. But we each had our own room then.
Okay.
And my brother was moved out by this point because he went into the military and all that jazz. But
okay, it's good that you pointed that out.
Yeah, so and that's why I was like, okay.
Because I want to point it out because that means Smallville had ended at least a year or two.
Yes, and it was the first season DVD box set.
Not right.
Okay, so
it's like owning. Hold on, it's like owning. No. It's like owning the Roseanne box set. Who has this?
It's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
They are both CW shows.
Is Roseanne a CW show?
Well, listen, if it makes you feel any better, I happen to own White Collar on DVD as well as Psych on DVD.
What the fuck?
Dude.
Well, listen, they were gifts from my stepmom.
Oh, you know what Malcolm will really appreciate? This Psych DVD in the Walmart bargain bin pile.
You know that's exactly where she got that.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nowhere else can you find that nowadays, unless it's a very...
The problem is that when I was in high school, I was really into Psych in a way that's sad. It's a very...
Well, so you were a Psych guy, you were a Saw guy, any other S-letter shows that you were fucking obsessed with? Smallville, maybe?
Psych starts with a P.
No, not Smallville. I was too cool for Smallville. And I wasn't cool at all.
Anyway, so I'm balls deep in this girl.
Oh,
here we go.
I am balls deep in this girl, and my mom is walking down the hallway towards us. I'm probably going to ask something, and I stop. The "Somebody Save Me" song is still going on in the background, and this girl and I are buck-ass naked on top of my bed and just like waiting for like the hammer to drop. And my mom just hovers outside my door for like 30 seconds and then walks off. And I was just like, and that's when I decided forever after, never going to bring a girl home when someone else is there. Never going to put that ignominy on somebody like that, because that was rough. And guess what? Never heard from that girl again.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Mom.
There's something very funny as well about the fact that you were on top of the bed, like there was like no sheets and stuff.
No, there was no under the sheet. It's Arizona. It was hot. It was like middle of summer too.
I just assumed that you had air conditioning.
No, my dad kept that place at a brisk 83 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy shit, your dad is a monster.
It was a big house.
I get why there's issues there. You're like, Dad, it's a sauna in here.
Oh, but yeah, so that's my weird fucking creepy story.
Yep, it sure was.
I don't know if it was a creepy story, but it was definitely a story.
My mom was creepy. That's who was creepy in that story.
No.
She can't just take a fucking hint that I have a girl over and she just leave us alone. What would you do if your mom did that?
I would not be in my parents' house.
Exactly. And I only was there because...
You were just so horny. He was so horny. He's like, hey, babe, you want to come back? We can watch Smallville.
We got to watch Smallville right now. We got to watch Smallville right now.
We got to watch Smallville season 1.
This was like right after I graduated high school. And so like...
Yep.
It's not helping your case. Like it's not... That's worse.
No, I know it's not. So I don't... It's not like I have the means to like book a hotel or anything like that.
You go to a Super 8 like a real person.
Where the fuck is there a Super 8 anywhere that will let a fucking 18-year-old rent a room?
There's a lot of them out there. Like
any major highway Super 8 will probably do that for you.
There's a no. Listen, you go to a Super 8. There's a no questions asked policy. All right, they don't ask.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, especially if you like stand on each other's shoulders and you wear sunglasses and a funny hat over, like a trench coat.
I'm standing on top of this girl's shoulders.
Hello, I'd like to rent one room for one, please.
I'm on a long road trip. I need my sleepy sleep.
I need my beauty rest for the morning.
I know it's a tall order, but I would really like a queen-sized bed.
I understand that it's late now, but I need a queen-sized bed. I am tired. I have a conference I have to go to in the morning.
Like knock on the front doors, like, hello, do you have any vacancies?
It appears on your sign that it says there's vacancy. May I partake in get a room?
May I partake in your finest roach-free room?
Yeah. Do you have a continental breakfast?
That's Super 8. I can picture it at the Super 8. It's a pyramid of hot pockets, right?
there's like, they have a fridge of yogurt, but it's padlocked.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
There's a vending machine that hasn't been stocked in like a year and a half because no one uses it.
Absolutely. There's like
100%. It says out of order, out of order, out of order. The only thing that's not out of order is blue Gatorade.
You know what my favorite one is the Snickers bar that's like 6 rows back, so you'd have to purchase the Snickers bar 6 times to actually get it.
Yeah, because someone shook the shit out of the machine.
Yeah, Super 8s are awesome.
Yeah. Super 8s.
All right, well, let's move on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're not gonna get sponsored by Super 8 anytime soon.
Hey, Super 8, we will rescind that comment if you give us a sponsorship.
We are holding you hostage.
Pay us by noon.
Give us money.
You must sponsor a podcast before the needle gets to midnight. All right.
How would they know about that?
Yeah, on April 26th.
20th. If you don't, we'll say that you're
just
celebrating
the day after it comes out.
The episode comes out. Yeah. Like, oh wow. That's a really quick turnaround.
Yeah. Get me that McLeod fellow on the phone right now.
Track that bastard down. We'll pay him his money.
He's walking really quickly down the Super 8 mission control room, just like, I'll get that son of a bitch this time. Comes into my Super 8 wearing a cloak and standing on his girlfriend's shoulders, will he?
I'm in the Super 8. They're like, oh, yes, may I par chance get a room?
Par chance
get an ad sponsorship, my good fellow.
Yeah, my good fellow.
I have a trio of funny boys who would like to shills to slang your product.
I'd like to make a complaint about human trafficking at one of your fine establishments.
And if you don't listen to me, I will go straight to the FBI.
And then and listen, you can silence me by simply giving me a room with a king-size bed. I will take a queen if offered, but
no roaches and no bed bugs.
Yeah, no roaches. And listen, I would prefer it if the bed shook when I put flames in it.
It's like one of those 70s massage beds.
Hell yeah. Do you have a heart-shaped bed at this fine establishment?
Does it rotate?
Listen, if you don't have a heart-shaped bed, I will sleep in a water bed.
He's a man of taste.
I am a man of taste. I'm a man of class, and I'm a man
of sheer determination and sheer fucking will.
I thought you were just giving Malcolm a French accent for this. I would have liked that a lot better.
Was that more French than Russian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine Malcolm? He's just like, "Hello, my name is Malcolm McLeod. I would like to stay on your Super 8."
Your Super 8. He just doesn't pronounce any of the T's. Like, so it's a motel.
Yeah, Super 8.
Your motel, you know.
Man.
French are funny as fuck.
I mean, French are very funny people. As someone who's dated a French girl, they're
not
very
a real
funny people.
ridiculous fake language and culture. I'm just kidding. We love the French. We love Frenchie from The Boys, don't we, boys?
Yeah, Frenchie for the Boys, good character, good dude.
Representative of all French people.
Yeah. He made me like French people again.
Degenerate, looks like he smells like piss.
If there are any that aren't like him, they aren't real. We deny their existence.
100%. If you see, we had a French foreign exchange student. I just remembered this in high school.
You remember him?
Yeah, I remember him. I remember going to the lake with him and he'd be like, "Oh, Bill, I can do a cannonball." I was just like, you can what? I can do a cannonball, because he was thick with it.
Yeah, it was really.
He was telling one of our friends once. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He was telling one of our friends. He's like, Alain, I am angry. He's just like, "You're angry? What are you angry about?" He's like, no, I am angry. He's just like, "I understand. What did I do?" He's like, "No, I am angry." He starts rubbing his stomach. He's like, "Oh."
You're like, "Oh, you're mean hungry."
We can't exactly dox him, but his name, do you remember the funniest bit about him that I remember
his name.
I remember his name because it was super funny because his name was a holiday.
What? What was his name?
Do you not remember this?
No.
Okay, Sasha, cut this name. So his name was Chris, but his name was Christmas.
That is so funny.
Wait, how did you forget that, Harper?
How did you forget that?
We didn't call him Christmas. We called him Frenchie.
Yeah, he was Frenchie. He was always Chris, but his name was. And so I don't know how much Slush is going to have to cut there. And anytime you wanted to make him really fucking mad, all you'd have to call him was, "Hey, Christmas.
This is not my fucking name. Do not fucking call me that."
Yeah. I think he works in photography in like Toronto or something like that.
Good for him. Yeah, hit him up, Malcolm.
Oh, is he like a Quebecois?
No. He was actually from France. His mom was a retired pop star.
What?
Yeah. Louis, that one. Anyway, I know we're very eager to talk about the holiday weekend and what we did over that holiday weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start with probably who had the best holiday weekend out of all of us. And Malcolm.
The holiday is Easter, by the way. We'll just put that out there.
I was building to that, you cuckold.
I'm sorry. I'll flagellate myself later.
You interrupt Harper again, and you're getting pegged.
Wait, I thought you already said I should get pegged. Now it's like
you
required.
Should. Well, if good times are mandatory, then
if good times are mandatory, and they're always mandatory around here.
They're always mandatory around here.
Okay, how was your weekend? How was your holiday weekend there, Malcolm? What did you do while Christ was in his cave?
What did you do instead of helping Christ down from the cross among the scoffers and jeers?
So I have a question, and this was my little sister asked this to me. She goes, "Why is it called Good Friday when that's the day Jesus died?"
It's good because he died for your sins. That you'd be fucking boiling in eternal damnation if he didn't die.
That's kind of why it's good.
It's good for that reason. It's tragic. The whole story is tragic. But like,
I mean, when they say Good Friday, it's not like they're going like, "Yay, Jesus died," but it's like a event of solemnity.
It's supposed to be an event of solemnity. By the way, just to interject, Good Friday is not the time to detonate fireworks, my Latino neighbors.
Well, no, actually, in Mexico, that's Semana Santa is Holy Week. And they have never skip out on Mexicans' love of fireworks and love of detonating them every single fucking holiday.
What call for solemnity? What call for solemnity is Good Friday?
It's supposed to scare away spirits.
To scare away spirits. With fire, you know what's scary is my fucking dog.
I'm not going to defend.
We're moving on.
The Mexican Catholic people. Because
Listen. I'm just asking because that was a question because I don't know. As I said,
Your dad ran casinos. You're not exactly. He didn't spend every day in church.
You're an Italian. You're not a real person.
I'm not a real person. How did Jesus die for my sins if I'm still sinning? Also, that was 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, I'm lighting up this crack pipe right now. I don't see Jesus stopping me.
He said, "Non sono Italiano," right there in the Greek translation. Everyone except
Yeah,
Italians.
You spoke Italian in the Greek translation. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, no. So my weekend started with me. I have another absurd, but very real allergy, which is that I've found out that I am allergic again because I was allergic when I was a kid. Then it went away, and it came back with a fucking fury. I'm allergic to strawberries.
What the fuck, Malcolm? That's not real.
It is real. It's real because
the perfect food. It's so inoffensive to strawberries.
To strawberries, yeah. I've been allergic to strawberries, but then like the allergy went away for a couple of years. Like I was able to eat like strawberries incidentally, and then this weekend my stomach was upset, so I was like, oh, I'll just eat like something light. Like I'll have and strawberries were on sale at the grocery store, so I was like, I'll get some strawberries, have some yogurt. That's a nice like light kind of snack like lunch. And then the next day I woke up and it looked like. I wish I had a photo of it. I should take a photo. It looked like I had been punched in the head, like with like both eyes. Like it was just my face had like gone super red, like and puffy just below the eyes. So that's that was fun. That was a fun revelation. And then I get to like yesterday, I go have a Easter dinner at my mom's house. My mom, by the way, was freaking out because she saw me on FaceTime. She's like, "You need to get an EpiPen. You need to get an EpiPen." I'm like, I didn't even realize that I had this like thing.
Yeah, it's not that crazy necessary to have something like an EpiPen if you only have a reaction like 8 hours later.
Yeah, like I was like, it took a long time. And then I also like my breathing wasn't affected. It was just like I looked crazy. And then like I get to my house or like my mom's house and my sister's there and she sings this song and it was driving me nuts. She kept singing Trisha Paytas ruined this Easter day for me because my sister was singing this Trisha Paytas Jesus song where it was.
Am I gonna feel really old if I have to ask who Trisha Paytas is?
No, she's an H3H3 kind of celebrity. She's just a really dumb bimbo. That's her whole gimmick.
She was like, she was in that universe, but she's also been like a big YouTuber on her. But yeah, she did a song called "I Love You, Jesus." That she wrote and like made a music video for about 5 years ago. It was in reaction to she was being canceled for, as my sister was saying, for something racist.
Wait, so you just outing your sister for listening to racist YouTubers?
No. Like, I think this is a meme.
Are we going to find her at like, God damn it, I always forget what it's called.
Unite the Right rally?
Yeah, Unite the Rally at Critical something.
No. Moist Critical's booth at the Unite the Right rally. That's why I don't like these fucking liberals, these fucking Democrats. They're always pooping on my shit nuts.
No, don't worry. She's gone through a lot of different phases in her life, but basically this is what she was telling me. This was the lore. I was getting the lore,
YouTube lore
from a teenage girl. This is YouTube lore from my teenage sister. And yeah, basically, so I guess the song's like on TikTok right now. It's the time of the year. It was Trisha Paytas's only Christian pop song. The green screen is crazy for this music video. Like she's just like going around a church being like, Jesus loves, like, I love you, Jesus. Part of the music video, because I watched this with my sister, is Trisha Paytas standing in front of like an empty lot. And then there's a sign that just says, "We will build our future church here."
What the fuck?
And it's implied that she's going to go and use some of her funds from like the song
to just build a fucking church?
And to build a church.
A church for what? A pescatarian church?
I don't know. She's a Christian pop. Whatever.
Pop Christianity.
So, and she, in the song, she rhymes overdose with Holy Ghost.
Yes. That is about on brand for Trisha Paytas.
That is some youth Christian movement if I've ever heard one.
That song was playing, and then that would be like my sister, I think as a prank, was just like quietly going to the Alexa that my mom has and like just being like, play this song next. And then the thing is, I think that song had been playing around in the house long enough that my mom also started singing the song while she was cooking.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what is happening here? Like, I was like, I know who Trisha Paytas is, but I'm like, this is nuts. Like, this is nuts.
Wait, so are you telling me that you were never a church kid, Malcolm? Like you said you were a heathen. Were you a heathen your whole life?
You never went to church camp?
Never went to church. Never. Well, like as I've said in the podcast, my dad ran casinos, and the church doesn't like that. So,
well, that's up to how much the casino donates to the church. Let's be fair.
yeah.
But also you don't pass me as a mega church kind of guy there, Malcolm.
Yeah, probably not.
No, there was I grew up in this town called Tawasin, and there is a lot of churches there, and there's like a very
There are a lot of churches there. Sorry.
you're gonna get pegged. Like, you're gonna get pegged by they're gonna get pegged on the meet and greet game that I'm gonna get the guys about.
Meet and greet.
meet and greet.
It's just making fucking. You're just making good buddies instead of fucking women.
I love that. That's genuinely, that's adorable.
Hi, how are you? You touch his
doing-
shoulder in a friendly way. Hi, great to meet you.
I'm doing fantastic. Chug beer.
Yeah, chug beer.
Your friendship meter goes up. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's like just on the cusp of sad.
Meet and greet kingdom, Steve. Awesome.
What meet and greet? What?
Meeting, huh?
I can't do a good Steve Harvey. Okay, so
Yeah,
finish what you were saying about
sorry.
Tawasin and all the churches that are there.
Yeah, like the big church in Tawasin is I guess it's like a United church.
Like a United Methodist Church?
Yeah, United Methodist. And then the second biggest church is a Baptist church.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom has like also been like, the thing is like my grandparents who like lived through the Great Depression and like Second World War, they left the church really early. Like, they left the church in like the 70s, which is like crazy for that generation. Like, that generation,
Yeah, that's actually insane.
It's nuts. Like, it just, and then I think once my dad got into the casino business, it was sort of like, well, this ship has sailed. But yeah, no, I've never like, that's a whole part of my like life that I just don't have any experience.
Oh, you missed out on some classics, I gotta say. Like
some classics.
The taste of communion wafers, being forced to watch VeggieTales until you appreciate it. How about this banger? Robert singing along. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God.
So you never had to like go to a back room in a church camp one time and just see a guy dressed as Jesus with literal nails in his hands talking about what happened to him?
What? No,
you never had that?
Yeah, I was put up there for 3 days. It wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but at the end of it, boy, that wine.
I mean, no, that's kind of what it is.
The wine was sour. Okay, the wine that was sour. Tastes pretty good.
Yeah, they whipped me with razored barbs and for a whole day before they made me carry my cross onto an open field.
Yeah, this Pilate asshole keeps saying to the Jews he's innocent, and I'm like, I haven't been necessarily agreeing with him because it would look bad on me,
Both sides kind of deal.
So both sides, he's a Roman and I'm not.
The only time I ever really went to a church was that. So my grandmother is Catholic. She's the only one who like does anything church related, even though she's like, now she doesn't go to church because she broke her hip. But
E-service for sure.
The only one in your family who still cares about the church.
Yeah,
about her immortal soul.
So I went like on Christmas Eve one year because she was singing in the choir, and it was like the only time I've ever been in a church environment. And this is when my mom was like still together with my stepdad, and we're going, and then like, oh, they're doing the wine and stuff, like I guess for the Christmas Eve mass. And they're like doing the crackers, and I was like, I'll just have some wine, I'll have some crackers. I was, I don't know, like 15, and my stepdad was like, that's sacrilegious if you take it. I'm like, I don't give a shit, man. like this is.
It's true. You're unwashed.
Also, he wasn't a religious guy. I was like, why do you care?
Why do you care / know about that?
He was a fucking madman. But
Well, that's good to know.
You're just begging for a pagan. You're just
That
begging
was
for a
low
pagan.
hanging fruit right there.
Robert, what ruined your Easter?
Oh, I relapsed.
Ah,
What do you mean? What do you mean you relapse?
It's just like go really like dark in it.
That's so
actually,
hold on, no.
Hold on,
Go back.
Sasha. You need to, when he says I've relapsed, there needs to be a long pause.
Long silence, long awkward silence.
Before we
Either that
respond.
or just have a whap
Oh,
whap.
hold on, shush, guys, edit this into like.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, perfect. Thank you, dude.
So I relapsed back into what I said, but I relapsed on the saddest thing you could possibly relapse on, and that's World of Warcraft.
Oh no, you too? You too?
Wait,
Oh
Harper,
my god!
you too?
You too? Oh, you did the hardcore gimmick? Are you on Blood Sale?
Oh yeah.
Are you on Blood Sale? Oh my god,
no.
we're pathetic.
Oh no! This is
No, I'm
Harper.
I'm even worse,
Sidebar.
Harper. I'm
Harper.
even
Sidebar.
worse.
Sidebar.
Oh,
Harper. Sidebar.
Yeah.
We need to think about maybe getting a new co-host.
Yeah, you're right. You don't play World of Warcraft. We're gonna have to do something about it.
Yeah, we can't have this.
This is not working.
We can't have this taint our brand.
yeah, we can't have a non-WoW player on the podcast, Malcolm.
Yeah, I've already got you a sub, Malcolm. No worries.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Yeah, who's gonna be the Dom?
Yeah, you have to start playing Dragonflight, and you can let me know how it is since I refuse to play it.
It's
dog.
interesting. It's interesting.
It's dog. I'm playing classic. Fuck Dragonflight. Anyway,
so the whole fucking point is that on Friday I was in just an awful mood and I wanted to get into something really comfy, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the.
I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna treat myself.
Treat myself and have like I'm gonna play World of Warcraft. Just do like the free trial. I'm not gonna sub. I'm not gonna do anything that. Yeah.
You're not a sub. You're a dom.
And then I leveled a mage to 20. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'll sub, but I won't buy Dragonfly.
Oh my god, he purchased Dragonflight.
I went all the way to purchasing Dragonflight, and I just got to 70 today.
Like, how do you say? You know what's so wild is that you stayed horny the whole time you was typing in your credit card information. That is wild.
Yeah. No, but it was genuinely like just ruining. I got like 4 hours of sleep all weekend. I fucking ruined my weekend with this.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was just sad. I hope never to wish this hell on someone. I'll try to quit again, but
For those who don't understand, right? You maybe met a WoW addict in the past.
Yeah.
Or you never understood it. Let me explain this to you. Imagine the happiest times of your life. And they're pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
Now imagine you can go back, but you can't really.
You can never go back.
You can never go back, and it's never the same because the people are different. And you can go back to that same bar, to that same park, and you can try to relive the heights and the lows, but the lows are deeper and the highs don't last as long. So what are you doing? You're under a bridge.
Just wasting time.
Wasting time, waiting for it. You know what I mean.
The big sleep.
The big sleep.
No.
You're unironically hoping that you die and wake up in Azeroth at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, that is too sad. I can't. Oh, I know.
Anyway.
I know that feeling, but it's
Anyway.
Malcolm is just like so out of water here.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know when like World of Warcraft started and when like Lion the Witch and the Trope ended. Like I don't.
Yeah,
2005.
you are not a fantasy person. That is
No.
It's a compliment. These days it's a compliment because writers sure seem to think it's trash. Anyway.
Writers have always kind of thumbed their nose at fantasy and sci-fi, and sometimes I can't blame them.
I'm just tired because fantasy and sci-fi are just filled with modern cultural touchdowns.
Fuck off.
He's right though. That is the thing that's ruining fantasy and sci-fi.
Who's listening that is going to get that joke?
That's just a good point. Anyway.
That's just what I gather from all the, Brandon Sanderson.
I'll tell you what happened on my fucking Easter, boys.
Yeah. What happened on yours?
I ate ham. I saw the family. I went home. I got 2 bottles of wine.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but I will also mention with me relapsing on World of Warcraft, I am currently playing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm fishing in World of Warcraft right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
that's not really playing World of Warcraft. Look, if you could click
World
2
of Warcraft
buttons,
is playing Robert right now.
yeah, well, a little bit. Hey, so I got 2 bottles of wine and I drank both of them, and I said some things I regret, and I wanted to let everyone know I'm sorry. And then I resubbed to World of Warcraft because my friend broke the chain. And
wait, did you resub this weekend too?
Yeah, on Sunday, Easter
Oh
Sunday.
my God, Harper! What kind of weird hive mind are we on right now?
No, because my friend messaged me. My friend
Robert.
messaged me. I gotta say this. I'm sorry. My friend messaged me. He says, "No one stopped me. Nothing else. Just
And
no
you
one
knew
stopped me."
100%.
And I was just
what
like,
it meant.
"No, you didn't resub, did you?" And he sends me a screenshot of his character, and I'm just like, "No fucking shot." And then I resubbed immediately. And then my stepbrother did, and all of our friends, and now I'm finding out you did. The chain is truly a powerful thing.
Like, I love how, you know, that thing about the monkeys that they'll use tools, and in a certain like critical mass of the same species of monkeys doing the tools, they'll on a separate island with absolutely no communication between them, another group of monkeys will do the same things. And it's like this never-ending chain of, like, I guess it's monkey hypnosis, a lot of people have dubbed it. But we just did the same thing with World of Warcraft, because no one told me to resub to WoW. I didn't see a post about it. None of our friends told me that they had done it, but somehow we're all back.
It's insane. And honestly, it's only getting worse. Anyhow, moving forward. I'd also like to apologize to anyone I may have said sexually explicit things to over the weekend. Wine changes a man.
You were drinking wine and playing World of Warcraft just like Jesus wanted.
You just don't understand the appeal of getting obliterated while playing WoW, Malcolm.
Listen, I'm alone on an island right now. I've been my friends Robert and Harper have left me for the great unknown.
Well, there's a monkey offering you a tool right now if you wanted to try it out.
You're a critical mass, I hear.
I can't accept that. I thought I was the heathen. It turns out I was wrong. I am the savior. I have to get you guys out of this.
The Church of Malcolm save people from World of Warcraft. That's his number one tenet.
I have to save you.
Yeah, well, your church is doing wonderfully. I gotta say, fewer people are playing than ever. But you know, this consequence of design, I think.
It's not a church. It's more of like a cult deprogramming agency.
It's not even like discreet enough to be Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like literally it's a deprogramming, like families of loved ones will hire you.
Yeah, they're like, please, you've got to get out of this.
You love the real world.
You love the real world. You have a dog.
Is there a concept more useless in praxis than the intervention?
How many have you been to?
Is there a more useless concept than an intervention? It's not going to help anybody. Who that isn't already
I think people,
hold on. Who isn't already fixed on help that is just going to be like, yeah, you guys are right. It's just going to piss them off. Like 10 times out of 10, they're just going to be like, I don't need help. You guys are fucking assholes. Fuck you, you know?
I mean, if they are like that, they kind of are going to understand that they're a piece of shit. If not, you know.
I don't think they care.
I think people just want to throw a small party. All right. Like, I think there's people who have excuses. They go like, listen, it's an intervention. We'll get some chairs. We'll get some catering from Subway.
A nice little semicircle.
Wait, you're going to cater for Subway during an intervention?
That is sick. Like,
that is
not like cool.
Fucking hilarious.
You know, you get the selfie booth.
The selfie booth is deranged at the intervention.
That's like deranged. That's crazy at a quinceañera. Insane at an intervention.
My future stepdad taking pictures of me crying at the funeral?
Not me. No, I mean, I don't want to stay on the World of Warcraft bit too long, but I genuinely missed getting fucked up on like 12 beers and playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, for me, it's marijuana. Marijuana and World of Warcraft is a perfect one-to-one combination because the only people that are resubbing to World of Warcraft are the people who are dumb enough to make bad decisions, and that's why it's not a Venn diagram. It's a perfect circle between marijuana users and World of Warcraft players.
Are you gonna get fucked up and drink a bunch of beers and play World of Warcraft this time?
Yodi gang, you feel me? We're gonna be raiding in Naxxramas,
I'm gonna shoot myself and Naxxramas.
hitting the double Benjamin before Grobulus. Cheers, my friend. Need I say more?
He's getting kicked out of Naxxramas.
Oh, you want me to leave? For sure. Well, have a good day, my friend.
It's literally Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah. You must leave this place, mortal. Oh, I gotta leave this place? For sure. Hey, thank you. Hey, cheers, my friend. Fade to the hoe, fade to the hoe, fade to the hoe, fade to the hoe, fade to the hoe. Yo.
We gotta explain Fulcrum to the listeners.
So for those uninitiated, and I know we have at least one of these segments per week now, but Fulcrum is a YouTuber who goes by Damien like 141568 or something like that on YouTube, and his shtick is being the Riz monster. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, and no one bats an eye because he's so charismatic. And he's literally like smoking doinks in the McDonald's restroom, you know, like a big dick. Like,
smoking doinks?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got like the worst blunt I've ever seen in one, and like he's just totally hotboxing the McDonald's bathroom, and an employee comes in and he's just like, "Uh-oh, do I gotta leave?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, cheers, my friend." And he's walking by the front counter. He's like, "We in the McDonald's." Fade to the hole, fade to the hole, fade to the hole, obliviated.
Like he doesn't have a real vocabulary and he's not really saying anything ever.
He looks to the counter people at McDonald's and he's just like, "Cheers, my friends. I'm about to smoke this Dutchie. You want to smoke?" Like they're laughing about it, like they're thinking about taking a hit. He's just like, "Word, bet. I'm gonna take a double blinker for y'all." Actually, one of my friends donated to him the other week to get a super chat read out.
Oh, nice.
My friend Harper recently gave up smoking marijuana to turn to Christ, so now I'm smoking for the both of us. Fader than a hoe. He's just like, "Yo, I appreciate you, family." And everyone in the chat was just like, "What a legend. What a supportive guy. You know, my idol."
It's so fucking dumb.
It is a cultural touchstone, you could say.
Yeah.
It's a niche bit of internet humor.
I think it's for whatever reason, like just getting like a McDonald's like bathroom is, I don't know why it's so foreign, because like the thing is like the McDonald's that's near me, like that I like go to when I get McDonald's, they had to remove the doors of the bathroom because
That's right.
because too many people were basically shitting themselves and then smearing the shit on the walls. They got like, you can't like, they even removed the door of like the stall, like for the toilet. Like it's like, you can pee here or you get the fuck out.
I just shit myself on Idle 47, my friend.
Which is kind of insane because by the Jack in the Box in my place, a guy died and it was open like 20 minutes later.
Oh.
Yeah, that's America, baby. We don't take time off.
It's just
Get back
like
to work.
I walk up there because I met, I have to go to Jack in the Box at my lowest, and there's just there's just a bunch of fucking cops there. I'm just like, "Oh, what happened?" Just like, "Oh, a guy died, OD'd in the bathroom," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Are they still open?
Can I still get a burger?
I'm pretty confident, like the McDonald's by me, there's been a lot of people who died just like at random times. Like people just kind of collapse. They go like, "Oh," and then they
at the McDonald's?
At the McDonald's by me, because it's like really close.
You gotta think, Malcolm and I live at the two of the biggest homeless cities in North America.
California.
Vancouver and San Diego.
Super cool to the homeless. California.
Super cool to the homeless.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that the lead singer of Black Flag called your town a fucking junkie trap, Malcolm. He's like, I don't like going to Vancouver because it's a town full of aggressive junkies who rip off our equipment. And I gave it, a 7-year cool off period. I came back and you guys were a little bit more simmered down, but you still try to rip us off on our equipment. You still have streets full of junkies and shit like that.
And that's Black Flag saying that.
Yeah, like no, it's so true because I mean, Black Flag would play at the Rickshaw, and the Rickshaw Theater in Vancouver is like right in the heart of like where all the junkies are. And so like it's one of those things where unfortunately you kind of have to you either have to ignore it, like you like have to walk down the street and there's some guy who's got a needle in between his toes and you just got to like move on, or like if someone is aggressive you kind of have to scream back. Like you have to be if someone's like, hey man, I gotta get like some money, it's like they don't leave, be like fuck off, like and then they scare them. It's
Malcolm with the homeless hacks.
Yeah.
And then you have to basically create attention, and then they don't want that, and they scurry away. But that also means that someone like behind you who's like, oh, is this guy normal? And then hears you screaming, goes, oh my God, what the fuck's happening? So it's like, that's the unfortunate part. I think you just end up having to like dodge and weave. Like
this has been Malcolm's tips for avoiding the homeless.
I mean,
we're going to have this recurring segment weekly.
We were going, when I was up there in Vancouver, we were talking and we were in town, like on Hastings, and it is kind of very jarring because there's like a great deal of separation down here in San Diego. Like obviously there's homeless people downtown, but they're kind of, I guess they're a little bit more spread out. They're not as like next to where like people go. And I'm sorry. And to anybody who is houseless for listening, I'm very, very sorry. There are resources out there to get you the help you need. They're not the greatest, but you should have definitely.
Hey, if you're homeless and listening to the pod, write us in. Tell us how you're doing that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, please. We're looking to corner the market.
I mean, smartphones are cheap. They can get internet from their library. It's not that
if you're listening to this on the speaker of the library and you're blasting it on full volume, thumbs up. Great job. We love you
guys.
We love you.
Make sure you mark it for us.
That's king shit. All right. Praise the king. Praise king.
praise the king of kings. Hey, I used to have a homeless guy out here where I live, and we weren't very nice to him, granted, but like he was also like perma-fried, and he goes to my church now, so I have to avoid, saying too many of those things. But he comes up to me one time and he says, Harper, God told me it's gonna rain. I was like, oh yeah, when? He's like, sometime, somewhere. And he steals a Mickey's and leaves.
But it's I don't know. I don't have that many like flavorful experiences with homeless people. Obviously, like they live around my building, but it was just so weird with going up to Vancouver and just people brunching. Meanwhile, there's just a guy screaming, and I was just like, wow. And these people just don't act like it's happening. It's jarring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a total like you go into like disassociation. You're like, anyways, so I'm thinking about going and buying some Lululemon pants. And then some guys just like, fuck, I did the noises. And you're like, well, I'm just, the service is a little slow today at Jam.
God damn it.
Yeah, no. I think like one of the, like there's like a homeless experience that I had not too long ago where I was in a meeting like after work and I was like wearing this suit. I'm walking down Granville Street in like downtown. I was going to go like catch a bus or something. And I'm like walking this past, there's like all these like what I say is like light homeless because they're like the gutter punk kids. So they're like all like, they're wearing their like the stud belts and, they've got like.
Oh, you mean crust punk?
Yeah, crust punk. And there's some crust punk like looks at me and he's like, hey man, can I have have your tie so I can kill myself?
Did you give it to him?
Yeah, I did. I was like, sure.
You just gave him your tie?
Cheers, my friend.
No, I never did. I actually did. I was just, I sped walked away from that.
Hey, man.
You and someone asks you, hey, can I have that thing so I can kill myself with it? And you just give them it.
Yeah, you just fucking, you were calling an Eric Andre.
I wish I did. I wish I like took the tie off and then was like, here you go, buddy. And then just stood there and be like, not your move, pussy.
No, you gotta walk up to, as you're walking past him, you gotta say, sorry, I'm saving this one for myself. Cut it.